What a fantastic view. Looking over there. Figure out whether that's... I think that's south. But that over there should be the town of Newbury, which is a very important town in the English Civil War. But it was very important before then because of this huge stone tower, which is sadly, apart from the earthworks etc., mostly what left of Donnington Castle. Sorry, I got a bit of a blocked nose. I've just spotted a red kite over there. Obviously this was built during the medieval period, but during the 1600s it became very important. I think some of these earthworks are probably from that period, because it was reinforced during the English Civil War. And there's that red kite again. If you can see it, bless him or her. I believe it's owned by English Heritage, but it is a free to visit site. The road is slightly confusing at the bottom. It says there's 2 stone pillars and it says it's a private road. It is a private road, but you can come up and visit the monument. We'll go and have a look at the tower in a minute. Sadly you can't get inside the interior bit there, probably because it's up here. You'll end up with bloody all sorts up here, wandering about in it. And again, it's not a manned site, so I've been here several times before. Not going to bother taking any photos. Not sure how defensible it would have been. From the other side behind me, with the huge drop, it would have been defensible, but this side is quite open. I think in the English Civil War, that's why these corner bits are built, to mount cannons. I think that's why it's kind of a pointed shape. It would have been easier to get over to this side if you wanted to attack the castle later on. I believe it was demolished after or during the Civil War. Slighted as it's known, there's a lot of castles suffered from that. Sadly, I would have to say. I would imagine that that is probably the base of a toilet, which would have been in the road, in the wall. A garderobe. And there's possibly a... if this was a tower here, I don't think that's the same though. Not 100% sure what that would have been there. A little culvert of some kind. So again, a bit windy up here at the moment. I'm not sure how much of the earthworks are medieval and how much is... I mean, you can see it on Google Maps or LiDAR or something like that. You can see the shape of the earthworks. You can see where they would have been changed. It's a pity you can't get in here. I imagine you would be able to get up to the top through the stairwells there. But unless this was a manned site, you'd have all sorts of people in here doing all sorts. Because there is a room up there by the look of it with a door on it, keeping it air and watertight. Would have had a level there because that looks like a fireplace, I imagine. It's a bit too big for a garderobe or something. You can see birds have built their nests in there. Very, very, very great shame that the English Heritage don't open this up. I mean, they wouldn't necessarily get as many visitors, maybe. I mean, we're not far from Newbury, so they would get some. Probably need some volunteers, though. This is somewhat of a great gatehouse here, by the look of it. Into the interior of the castle. Huge great padlock on it there, look. Don't think you're cutting through that without some special tools. That is quite an impressive structure. Built with flint rather than worked or dressed stone. I can see some more visitors down there. Unless they've just come to walk dogs. There was a castle at Newbury, which has kind of disappeared. People don't really know where it is. This is quite defensible on this side. I mean, there is a... I think it's probably over in that direction. There is a site over there called Hampstead Marshall, where there are actually 3 mottes. Some people have said that that could actually be the new site of the Newbury Castle, although there is another site at, I think it's called Speen, or Spleen, which is not far from here, which is also, some people have said that might also be a site. Hampstead Marshall, there is a not a unique, because there are another couple of places like Lincoln and Lewis where there are 2 mottes. So it's Mott and Bailey Castle with the 2 mottes, and then there's also a possible siege castle mott nearby. But we are quite high up here. There's not the usual, if you were in a valley you'd have water defences. You'd have to dig a well up here somewhere. Didn't really see evidence of one, or you'd have to bring water up here. But Donnington Castle. Not Donning Castle, Donning Castle. I really wish English Heritage would open this one day. I think this is my 3rd or 4th visit here now. It's quite an impressive place.